Hey there, plushies! I'm your friend and neighborhood Let's Player SpiderMwa. Welcome you to West of Loathing again. Once more. Okay, so I did a lot of stuff on the third floor yesterday, but Peter has pointed out that now that I go, well, not the third floor. What am I talking about? Peter pointed out that now that I have the button for the third floor, I can go there. But on the second floor, if you remember the gallery, we have the but also the statues. Now that we have learned that there's only supposed to be 3 statues. It says 3 statues, but we have 4. And remember, I already said that there shouldn't, that he's obviously just hiding there. But we can talk to him now. Now wait a minute, the stats plaque said there were only 3 statues in here. Investigate. You peer closely at the statues until you find the one that you're pretty sure is just a guy covered in flour. Hey buddy, what are you doing? Look, I'm 95% certain you're a real person, not a statue. What are you up to? I'm a statue, go away. Okay, now I'm 99% sure. Go away. What's your name? Oh, go away. Hi Paul, I'm Spinning. What are you doing? I'm pretending to be a statue so the ghost won't get me. Go away, I'll blow my cover. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Objection! What are you objecting to? Your face! Overruled. What's your problem anyway? Oh yeah, the legal stuff. La-di-da-di-da. Okay, so he's scared of this ghost, so once we get rid of him, he can stop being a statue. Alright, alright. That's easy. That's what I was looking for anyway. Looking for the books. So, let's go to the library again. Nothing to investigate. So let's look up something. Apparently, if I look, let's see if I can look up a gun. A device for projecting a hard object very forcefully, which makes hunting and a self-defense easy and fun. This entry is sponsored by Gun Industries. Okay, let's see, how about law? You look up law in the dictionary. Someone who sings to chemicals for courtrooms. Is this definitely an English dictionary? I wouldn't know anymore. Let's see about chili. You look up chili in the dictionary. A savory soup made from beans, spices, and a gun. Huh. Let's look up something else. How about eggs? Food best served poached. See poach. Okay, let's see poach. To slow cook by immersion in water or to shoot an animal belonging to the king. See, I told that ghost in the kitchen that there were 2 meanings. You tear the page out so you can prove it to him. Dictionary page, poach. Alright. Now we can get rid of that kitchen poacher. And we can actually go cook ourselves some of this stuff. Especially the chili. Go to the first floor, please. To the kitchen. You game! Thank you, you can taste my rotten poach back to the damn gun! You don't poach eggs by shooting them. I have proof. Oh yeah? Well, read them and weep, you weird old coon. One time to poach, men prepare food, special eggs for simmering them in bottle lick. Well, I'm a daggum. He dissipates into the ether, still muttering to himself. So there. Hey! I got rid of a ghost without killing it. Woohoo! The little placard on this stove says chili stove. How very specific. This is the most lard you've ever seen in one vessel. Second biggest lard. Ah, lardeur and lardest. It's lard, larder, and lardest. Because larder is a cupboard, kind of a kitchen thing, you know, with the storage for food and such. A fancy new electric floor lamp. And also, I don't need to go back to the lab if I find a science-y doohickey. I don't need to go back to the lab, I'll just give it to her. The food on this shelf is all decorative. This shelf is almost all fancy French stuff you're afraid to eat, but there's some caviar. You've always been curious about that stuff. Grab it. Tinned caviar. This caviar is so fancy that you expect it to be gilded instead of tinned. Meat drop bonus by 20. Cans of every shape, size, and food you don't like. Oh, wait a second. Eureka! These cans of string beans are exactly 1.2337 inches in diameter. They must have packed the beans lengthwise. This is the tin can of string beans, but the string beans aren't important. What's important is that the can is the perfect size to make a silencer. Ah, yeah, the silencer. Now I can make it. Weird. What you thought was a framed photograph is actually a window. Why does the larder have a window? And why is this ghost standing motionless in front of it as if it was a framed photograph? Excuse me. Hello. The ghost ignores you. Grab him by the shoulders and shake him. You grab the ghost somehow and shake him until he rattles. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Now that I have your attention, how about telling me who you are?
Ah, you do not recognize me, Jean-François Lardest?
Nope.
Besides having the distinction of being the most famous Frenchman to visit Gone Manor, I am also the first Frenchman to visit Gone Manor, and the last as well.
Gosh. How did you die?
I was putting for a photograph to commemorate my visit here, and that fool of a photographer found out him preparing the gunpowder fresh.
Followed up how?
He left a bullet in it.
Ah, I see.
I must have this photograph. Such a face as mine must not languish in obscurity.
Alright, I'll let you know if I find it. So he wants a photograph of himself. Okay. This shelf is full of pots and pans, none of which are interesting to you. Let's go to the pantry. Wait, there's a larder and a pantry? They're pretty much the same thing. So why have both of them? Oh, pantry. Gotcha. Should have thought of the joke already. Pants, a rack of pants, pants, and more pants. Pants on a rack, one rack, many pants. Pants, and hey, there's a pair your size. Fancy panty pants. Pants, and yeah, more pants. Another rack, several pairs of pants. One rack, many pants. Get it that there's pants in here? I didn't want to leave the pantry with the pants. This is every passionate patchy pants popper's fantasy. Fanciful pants from a fancy pantry. Get it? A lot of pants in there. This ghost is running around like crazy, or hovering around like crazy, searching for the racks of pants. Or trousers, if you prefer, but we say pants here in the Western Territories. He seems too preoccupied to take any notice of you. Shout at him to stop. Hey, buddy! Hey!
Hey!
Whoa! Jeez, buddy, you nearly scared the death out of me. Sorry, I was just wondering what you're doing. Well, I thought it'd be obvious. I'm looking for a pair of pants. But you don't have any legs. Yes, I know. So what do you want the pants for? Nostalgia? I see. How'd you lose your legs anyway? Oh, jeez, it's really embarrassing. I don't mind. Well, see, I didn't have a proper holster for my gun, so I was just carrying it tucked into my belt. Ah, the trigger snagged when you went to draw it, huh? Right, it gets worse though. I was wearing one of those gun belts with the slots all around for you to stick bullets in, you know? Oh, man. Yeah, the chain reaction blew off the entire lower half of me. Wow. So that's how you died? Yes, that is how I died. What kind of pants are you looking for? The kind without legs. Legless pants? Well, I can't wear regular pants, you know. The legs would just flop around and it'd be too dumb. I guess you have a point. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for some legless pants for you. Thanks, I'd really appreciate it. So we need to look for shorts. Okay. Shorts? Photograph? Anything else that Peter reminded me of? So there are some fights that can't be avoided. If you want to go and get some additional good gear, you will have to do some grinding, especially in the hedge maze. You need to have an item you get from beating the maze equipped in order to be able to have more fights in there. So going to the maze is a good thing then. I'll get into fights that will give me some good stuff. Alright, let's go to the third floor, now that we got the button. Yes, this is where everyone's bedrooms are. Man, this place just keeps going. Man, I'm my shallower in this my house. When you think about it, this house is basically a mine, except like a history mine. Now that house is basically a nonsense mine. Alright, we can't all be winners. You always hated these things. Paintings or donkeys? It looks so calm, so tame. Formidable tusks. A curious gaze. Because it's George. Mr. Gunn, Mrs. Gunn, music room, kids' room. Damn, this is a nice painting because of the beaver. This sunflower was enchanted to not need natural light, so now it's an unflower. He's all ears. Let's start with the Mr. Gunn's room because it's the first. Let's go from left to right. See what we find. Mr. Gunn's manliness room. A fancy new electric floor lamp. Turn it off. Do you like billiards, Peen?
Yes, I played some when I was younger, but now knocking the balls into them holes makes me uncomfortable for some reason. I prefer darts.
Huh, okay. This sofa is tacky, both in terms of style and stuff that has been spilled on it. I mean, it looks horrible. And also, I didn't want to go into the trophy room yet. From the smell of it, Mr. Gunn mostly burned garbage in this thing. It's a humidor full of cheap cigars. Okay. This is a cigar for people who want, for some reason, to appear to have spent a lot of money on a disgusting habit without actually spending a lot of money on it. Puff. I could puff it, but I need it. For the guy who wants to make a novelty item, the exploding cigar. Weird. If you were going to commission a painting of swords, you'd think you'd at least ask for nice swords. Why is he so sparkly? The guy doesn't notice you approaching until you're right next to him. He yelps in surprise and drops his glass on the floor, then squints unsteadily at you. Then he takes a maraschino cherry from the bowl on the bar cart and throws it at your head. Hey, stop that.
Oh, sorry. Just making sure you're not one of them ghosts.
He drops another cherry into a fresh glass and pours a lot of whiskey on top of it. So he's like trying to drink a martini, but he's got only whiskey. Are you one of the museum employees?
Well, that's me.
What are you doing in here?
Buddy, I don't know, maybe you didn't notice, but this house has got ghosts in it.
You don't say.
Whoop, bunch of them. All over. So I don't know about you, but I'm staying right here where it's nice and drunk. I've been safe.
Would you rather get out of here?
Wow, it's booze. That is booze. I'm really scared everybody goes to boo. You know, they'll get me if I leave this room.
There aren't any ghosts between this room and the exit.
So you said. That's what you said. But they're ghosts. They could be anywhere.
Except in here?
Exactly. I had to leave it when I got in. This ghost won't grab me on the way out.
We could disguise you. Here, look. We'll use this white shower curtain to disguise you as a ghost. Then they won't bother you on your way out.
That's a fine idea, but...
He tosses back his drink and pours another.
But, oh, bile! That girl's got no eye holes for my eyes. I won't be able to see.
I'm starting to think you don't actually want to leave.
Oh, give you that idea. It's terrible here.
Shoot some holes in the curtain. You narrow your eyes at him and blast some holes in the curtain with your pistol.
Okay, seems I get the picture.
He grabs an armful of the bottles from the cart, pulls the shower curtain over his head, and staggers out of the door. Good. Another person saved. The museum employee has drunk a lot of this cart's contents. There's a few bottles left. Manly's finest cotton candy schnapps. 13 speed for today. Ooh. Must have only read the first part of the label before he decided to buy this. Manly's finest. Didn't read the cotton candy schnapps. Bowling is good. This poster is clear in its artistic intent, but not very imaginative. I do get the feeling that this place is haunted. Wow, you hope you never meet a live duck this big. Yeah, that's the second biggest dog I've ever seen. Also the second angriest. Turn that off. It's sickening, killing a helpless sofa and stuffing its carcass as a crystal trophy. One of this moose's eyes is loose. Pop it up. Now it's really got its eye on you. This is just the head of a teddy bear. They didn't even remove the tag. So many polyesters die just to decorate rooms like this. These antlers are made out of paper mache. Papier mache, apparently by someone who had never seen antlers before. A whole rack of bowling trophies. If they weren't billiards trophies, there'd be an easier pun to make. This table is covered with knife marks. I can see why. And also there's a live goblin on the wall. And hell bovine. Or bovine from hell. This is just a photograph of a fish. Mr. Gunn was apparently really liberal with his definition of trophy. You can tell this is a fake because it isn't floating around the room setting stuff on fire. There's a goblin head mounted like a trophy on the wall. This would be positively barbaric if not for the fact that the goblin seems pretty okay with it. Boo! Really good I am to getting you, human. Oh wow, yes, very much to getting me. Nice. What did happening to you? Did Mr. Gunn hunting you and to cutting head off? No, Mr. Gunn, a good human man, is being very friends. Inside one of his bowling ball bags, I my spore to growing only headroom. Mr. Gunn to finding me and hanging me up here for to chatting with. Great guy. Wow, weird. So that is a full goblin. It only sprouted as big as a head. Which one of you is making this music? This ghost is dressed up as a traditional safari hunter with a pith helmet and big white mustache and those weird cocky trousers that make it look like your butt has wings. He's inspecting Mr. Gunn's trophy collection but doesn't seem particularly impressed. Is it cocky or khaki? I think it's khaki trousers, that's how you pronounce it. Hi, I'm Spit of You.
Charmed, I'm sure. Lord Euston Camden at your service.
What happened to you, if you don't mind my asking?
Not at all, not at all. Though it isn't a very exciting story, what? I was hunting lions on the plains of the Serengeti, and one of the blighters got the better of me.
Wow, you were eaten by a lion? That sounds pretty exciting to me.
Yes, well, not eaten, small. Sneaky bugger crept into camp and pushed a stack of ammunition crates over on me.
Oh, maybe I can help you?
Help me do what?
Well, help you with whatever's keeping you as a ghost. Though now that I say it, I guess there isn't much I can do to help you get revenge on that lion.
Oh, no, it isn't revenge that's keeping me here. Do it for that lion, I say. Turnabout is fair play and all that, eh, what? Though I do wish he'd done it in a manner that made it for a better story.
So why are you a ghost then?
It's because of my one true regret. I never faced the most dangerous game.
I am definitely not going to help you hunt people.
What? No. The most dangerous board game. Nobody was ever willing to play against me. A bally shame, eh, what?
And what's the game? He leads you over to a small table on which is laid out a board of alternating red and black squares with little wooden discs painted red and black as well. Checkers. The checkers jump and scatter as the ghost stabs two large hunting knives into the center of the board.
Knife checkers.
What are the rules?
Do you know how to play checkers?
Yes.
Do you know how to stab someone in the hand with a knife?
Yes.
That's all you need to know, really.
Alright, I'll play. You yank one of the knights out of the board, and Lord Euston instructs you to hold it left-handed. The rules are, you may only attack your opponent's hands and only when they are over the board. Displaced checkers are played from where they land, but attacking the board directly is a foul, which awards the opponent a stab-free turn. It appears to be primarily a game of concentration, quick movements, and feinting. I mean, fortified muscle is there, so let's play aggressively. You start out the game by attacking quickly and fiercely to establish dominance and keep your opponent from developing his pieces. This strategy is somewhat effective, but Lord Euston doesn't scare easily and he manages to feint a few pieces past your guard. You enter the mid-game more or less evenly matched. Play instinctively. Lord Euston takes advantage of your hesitation and knives you into submission while marching his pieces across the board.
Yeah, nice try, lad, but you'll have to put up a bit of fight on that to satisfy me. Go back when those moons have scattered over, what?
You get so angry about losing that fight that you pass out. Damn it. Wake up the next morning in your bed. Pete must have carried you back here after you got knocked out. You're a little sore, but no, not otherwise any worse for wear. You're pretty hungry, though, and sober. Let's mosey. Day 6. Damn it. Needed 45 of everything for that fight? Jeez. Well, since we're home, let's see what I can eat. And drink. To get our stuff back up. So I'll vibrate a food cube. Yes, please. So I will have 5 of each extra. Let's see. Moxie 5, but the others go down. Then armor, Moxie purifies your guts. Increasing your mysticality 23 for the rest of the day. Yes, I should take that. And those, and that's for everything 1. Potted meat is 5 for everything. Let's see, what else do we have? Roasted cow tongue, spider pie, stewed snake, tainted beef. I should take the tainted... Well, I'm gonna save the tainted beef steak for later, for the infernal stuff. Because I want to get the infernal stuff, but I'll wait until we've done this DLC. Once that is over. So, potted meat. You pry open the can with your bare hands, because you don't have time for a can over, and eat the meat. It tastes way better than you expected it to. You meat it out. I'll be darned. Okay, so that's 5 on everything as well. And now, let's eat the mushroom. Opens your third eye halfway, but increases mysticality by 23. You eat the mushroom. Your eyes go all wonky. Well, 2 of them do. The third one is finally open, at least halfway. Galactarius. Whoa. So that's all the food that we can eat. Let's go to the booze. I need Moxie, for sure. I'm lacking on it, so let's use the agave nectar. You drink the agave nectar and it makes you want to jump. Muscle and mysticality. I need Moxie more than anything else right now. Muscle, Moxie. Moxie by 3, muscle by 5. That's still booze, hearts, and there's the manlies. That's for everything by 1. And that's potions now. Okay, so where was the Moxie one? Moxie. Cheap wine, Moxie by 3, yes. Say, you drink the cheap wine, wishing you had some cheap cheese to go with it. Oh well, it would be tawdry to complain about it. Wined and dined, c'est la fin. So now Moxie is 45, mysticality 61, and muscle 42. I still need to get my muscle up. So Blossom Gin, Brentwood Bourbon Burial Whiskey. In the West, it's important to stay drunk all the time, even if you're dead. Let's drink this one. You drink the whiskey, which makes you feel like you're at your own wake, dead drunk. I'd be late for it though. Let's go to the potions then. Muscle by 11, but you shouldn't drink it. Nope. Fully opens your third eye. And that's everything by 5, and the maximum maybe by 2. Yes, please. You press a button on the side of the flask, which makes the cap disappear, which is surprising and amazing. This allows you to drink the seltzer, which is also surprising and amazing. Sparkling. Okay, and what else can we take? My speed is only 8. That's more mysticality, which I don't really need. Armor by 13. And hot and cold resistance is by 20. Old-timey ointment. Let's apply that. You rinse the crusted on cap off of the tube of ointment and rub it all over yourself. Soothing asbestolated menthol. Icy, hot, frosty. Just like Grandma used to rub all over herself. You? One more. That's more Moxie. Could be useful. The and that's more Moxie with this. Let's see. Range, meat, speed, and mysticality. And that's combat items. Okay. Deep. Maybe I should get put on the grave dirt. because of spooky resistance. I mean, we are against a lot of ghosts. Now let's like a little regular dirt, but spookier. Let's do it. You rub the grave dirt under your eyes, giving them a sunken, haunted look. Grave expression. Very grim. Alright, let's see. How many points do I have? 299! Could use one more point. Pain tolerance goes up to 4. Good. So now my pain tolerance is 4. I'm gonna make myself angry only... Gonna give it 3 times. There. So if I lose again, if that happens, I can get angry. But that will be my last lifeline, so to speak. And also, because it's the next day... Oh yeah, I should actually take this hat off, because I don't need it anymore. Because it only gives me mysticality, and my mysticality is up to 80 now. Let's see, muscle... Where's my Kurtz bit? There. Much better. And the weapon was... That gives me 8 Moxie. I'll keep it, because I need the Moxie. What about the pistol that I'm using right now, the smoking one? 1317, and it's fire. And that's stench damage, and it gives me more Moxie. I'll take it. More Moxie is better. My main stat is now the lowest stat that I have. 64 muscle. How about the offhand? What am I wearing on the offhand? The Warrior Stone, which is more Moxie. Maybe I should wear something that gives me something else. But I don't really have anything other than for Moxie. What about these rings? What am I wearing? Mysticality and speed. Master ring is everything by 1. Once I eat all the tainted food and I become corrupted, I'm gonna wear the cowcatcher ring. And then we're gonna go grinding for cows. Okay, let's wear the nasty ring. +1 on each. What about our pantaloons? Oh yeah, those. And these are those. Yep. Okay, so that's everything then. We're boosted back up to what we need to be. Let's go to the post office. See if we got something from my brother. Thank you. And also, I should check. No, wrong. I should check if I have, like in the miscellany, if I have a postcard, a blank one. Doesn't seem like I do. Okay. So I can't send a new post to Rufus, but let's take this. Package is empty, or maybe Rufus sent you some kind of special error. That sounds like something he'd do. Read it in. You sniff the inside of the package, 200 XP. Whoa, that was special error. Nice. Alright. So now I got 339. I won't get him any more liver or spleen capacity. Everything else goes up, and I should use these points for something else. Old one 2. Subsequent attack deals 7 more damage, but it's at 500 XP. I could go for gore. I ain't talking about Noel. Those are all maxed out. Thick skin is almost maxed out. I don't use the dirty poker. I really should show the dirty poker skill at some point. Yeah, let's go with gore. It's a useful skill in fights sometimes. Well, let's go back to the mansion. Heck yeah. I'll leave it here. We're gonna go back up there and explore everything else and maybe go to the hedge maze as well next time. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I hope you all have a good evening, good afternoon, and a good morning, and I will see you all next time. Take care, people. Bye.